Today is very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of Srila Vasudev Ghosh Thakur and also Srila Giri Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada's disciple. So Gurudev wrote in biography, one second to open. Kalavati Rasolasa Gunatunga Brajestita Shri Vishaka Kritam Gitam Gayanti Smadhya Tamata Govinda Madhavananda Vasudeva Jatakramam. Govinda, Madhavananda and Vasudev were gopis in Braja, namely Kalavati, Rasolasa and Gunatunga, who used to sing the songs composed by Vishaka. This is Gaurganodesh Dipika. So Vasudev Ghosh is Gunatunga Saki. These three Ghosh brothers were born in an upper class Kayasta family from the northern Rara. They hailed from Agra Dvip. All three were singers famed for the sweetness of their voices. The meritorious Madhava Ghosh devoted himself to Kirtan. There was no singer on earth who was his equal. It was said of him that he was a singer from Vrindavan. He was most dear to Nityananda Prabhu. The three brothers, Govinda, Madhava and Vasudev, sang while Lord Nityananda Prabhu danced. This is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu danced to the kirtan of the three brothers, Govinda, Madhava and Vasudev. Chaitanya Charitamrita. When Nityananda Prabhu returned from Puri to preach in Bengal, he was accompanied by Vasudev and Madhava Ghosh, while Govinda remained with Mahaprabhu and thus felt great satisfaction. So Vasudev Ghosh was also preaching with Nityananda Prabhu, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote in his Gaur Arati song, Narahari Adi Kori Chamara Dulai Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Ghosh Adi Gaye. When they are doing Arati of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there Vasudev Ghosh, Sanjay Mukunda Adi Vasu Ghosh. Many they are singers, so one of them is Vasu Ghosh. So he's not ordinary person associate of Mahaprabhu, and also in Krishna Lila. And we sang now this song composed by him. I will read translation. O Gaurango, do not fail to bestow your mercy upon me. Making me your own, keep me close to the reddish soles of your lotus feet. For your lotus feet, I have renounced everything. Upon attaining those cooling lotus feet, I have taken shelter of them. Regardless of the family I belonged to, I have abandoned them completely. Keep me at your lotus feet and call me your own. Grasping your lotus feet, Vasudev Ghosh prays, kindly keep me here forever, giving me the shade of your feet. And there is another song, sometimes we are singing. Here to find. Jai Jai Jagannath Sochiro Nandan Tribhuvana Kore Jar Charan Abandon Nila Chale Shanka Chakra Gada Padma Dhar Nodiana Gare Danda Kamandalu Kor Heno Bole Pura Bete No Keho Bole Pura Bete Ravana Badila গোলকের বাইবা লীলা প্রকাশ করিলা। শ্রী রাধার ভাবে এবে গৌর অবতার, হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম গৌর করিলা প্রচার। বাসুদেব ঘোষ বলে করি জোর হাত, জয় গৌর সেই কৃষ্ণ সেই জগন্নাথ। Translation: all glories to the dear son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. His lotus feet are worshipped by the three worlds. In Nilachal, he holds the conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, while in the town of Nadia, he holds the staff of a renouncant and a water pot. Some say that in a previous age he killed the demon Ravan. Then, as Lord Krishna, he revealed the glorious pastimes of Golok. Now, accepting the bhav of Sri Radha, he has come as the golden avatar. Lord Gaura preaches the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. With folded hands, Vasudev Ghosh says, he who is Gaura is also Krishna as well as Jagannath. This song is usually sung many times in our Chagda Jagannath Mad, but with this Jai Jai Jagannath Sachiranandan. The Jagannath is same as Mahaprabhu, because in the last line it is said Jai Gaur, one who is Gaur, he is Krishna, he is Jagannath. And also Ramchandra, he killed Ravan. Supreme Lord is one, but he has many forms and many pastimes, but he's one. So I'm bowing down to Vasudev Ghosh Thakur and praying his causeless mercy. Today is also the disappearance day of Srila Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Goswami Maharaj, one very dear disciple of Prabhupada. So Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, he wrote in our Chaitanya Vani when he disappeared this article. Pujyapad Giri Maharaj appeared in a distinguished aristocratic family in the city of Dhaka, East Bengal, now Bangladesh, in 1899. From childhood, he displayed a rather detached disposition. He was indifferent to what he ate or wore and had no taste for playing. He was of a sober nature. He spent a great portion of his time associating with sadhus and pious persons. Observing his attachment to religious activities, his father and mother thought that perhaps either a demigod was controlling him or that he was under the influence of some astrological event. Being worried for the trajectory of his life, they anxiously prayed at Sri Bhagavan's lotus feet for their son's welfare. But this was good that he was of such peaceful and renounced and religious. It's good. In November 1921, during the month of Kartik, Niyam Seva, our most worshipful Srila Prabhupada was lecturing on Srimad Bhagavatam in Dhaka at the house of Sri Sanatan Das Mahashoy, a renowned and wealthy landowner who had since passed. During that time, many educated, high-class individuals became attracted to Srila Prabhupada, for they had never before heard anything quite like his discourses. Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Paribrajaka Acharya Tridanti Sami Srimad Bhakti Pradip Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, who has since left this world, also lectured on Srimad Bhagavatam for some days there. Srimad Giri Maharaj, then known as Indu Babu, would visit Sri Sanatan Das Mahashoy's home to hear Srila Prabhupada's Harikatha. Later, when he took shelter of Paramaradhya Tama, means supremely worshipable, Srila Prabhupada, he became Sri Gaurendu Brahmachari, and once he received sannyas, Srila Prabhupada gave him the name Tridandi Swami Srimad Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Gosai Maharaj. Indu means moon, so Prabhupada renamed him as Gaura Indu. When combined together, it comes Gaurendu Brahmachari. From that time onward, as per Srila Prabhupada's order, Shripad Giri Maharaj vigorously preached in various places in India, thereby fulfilling his Gurudev's innermost desires. Pujapad Giri Maharaj was a fearless speaker who captivated audiences with his thunderous voice and the spirited, compelling language he utilized in his lectures. In fact, his voice was so powerful that he never required the assistance of a microphone. Our Gurudev also told this, that he was looking very thin because he was living very simple, very renounced. But when he would start to speak, then during that Mangala Charan, he would start Ajanulambita Bhujo Kanakavadato. His voice was very strong, so everyone was immediately alert. Very strong voice, no need of mic. So his dedication to the truth was such that he was not the slightest bit hesitant to fearlessly speak the truth before anyone, including governors and the Viceroy. In a personal meeting with Governor General Lord Willingdon, the Viceroy of India, Srila Maharaj was the first to convey to him the message of truth as issued from the lotus mouth of Paramaradhya Tama Srila Prabhupada. Being pleased with Swamiji's bold words, the Viceroy awarded him with several commemorating certificates. News of this delighted Paramaradhya Tama Srila Prabhupada. In a letter to some of his disciples dated 24th day of Kartik, 1926, and published in the first volume of his collected letters, Srila Prabhupada wrote to Sri Giri Maharaj's travels in India. Wrote off what he wrote. I was delighted to review the certificate Bhakti Sarvasva Giri obtained from the English. I experienced boundless joy to see our sannyasis and brahmacharis going from place to place, acquainting people with their competence. Now Puri Maharaj continuing, we saw that various other governors, viceroys and distinguished royal personages had sent Sri Giri Maharaj many other letters in which they profusely praised his preaching efforts and displayed plentiful enthusiasm regarding the widespread propagation of Sriman Mahaprabhu's religion of divine love. Although Srila Prabhupada had many highly educated and English-speaking disciples in his Sri Chaitanya Math, his principal math in Sri Dham Mayapur, and its various Gauriya Math branches, Giri Maharaja's style of both spoken and written English was profusely praised by especially qualified individuals like Sri Nishikanta Sanyal. He is also a disciple of Prabhupada. His name was Sriman Narayan Das Bhakti Sudhakar Prabhu, a professor of history at the Ravenshaw College in Kotok. He was one of the main disciples, household disciples, also fully surrendered to Prabhupada, and he wrote one English book, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, giving Lila of Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very dear to Prabhupada. Pujopat Maharaj, means Giri Maharaj, possessed an amazing ability to captivate his listeners. As Paramaharadhya Tamashila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas under his guidance accept a person's natural qualities above all else, they all loved his speeches. His qualities, his pure, holy, and spotless character, his childlike innocence, his contentment with whatever he received, his unprecedented conviction in the service of Sri Guru, his indomitable enthusiasm in and attachment to performing Bhagavat Katha and Kirtan everywhere, and his ability to subdue dissenters were truly exemplary. Through his body, mind, and words, Sri Giri Maharaj made sincere, wholehearted efforts to fulfill the innermost desire of Paramaharadhyatama Srila Prabhupada, and he preached that Manobishta, that is innermost desire, in the temples and mats Srila Prabhupada established, as well as in various places all over India. He spread the sacred teachings practiced and preached by Sriman Mahaprabhu by unveiling Sat Shiksha Pradarshini exhibitions in Sridham Mayapur. That is when they were making those dioramas with different teachings, and some brahmachari or some sannyasi would explain what is the meaning. So in Mayapur, Kolkata, Dhaka, Patna, Allahabad, Kurukshetra, and other places. He also distributed devotional literatures and magazines and rendered comprehensive services in Sri Gaura Mandal, Sri Kshetra Mandal, and Sri Braja Mandal. All of Sripad Giri Maharaj's service efforts are, in all respects, noteworthy. During the manifest presence of Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Giri Maharaj was the driving force behind establishing a Gauriya Math in Rangoon, Brahmadesh, that is Burma, where deities were later established due to his tireless efforts. In order to transform the Sri Gauriya Math Center, Srila Prabhupada established in Lucknow into a permanent math, he occupied a huge two-story house in 1938 and acquired deities. Pujopat Giri Maharaj was principally responsible for procuring the land for Sri Saraswat Gauriya Math in Haridwar, and he also oversaw the construction of its residential quarters. Additionally, he gave much of his life's energy to the service of Sri Paramahamsa Math in Naimisharanya. He was also It was after listening to the Harikatha issuing from the worshipful lotus mouth of Srila Giri Maharaj that Rai Bahadur Sri Madan Gopal Sardan Mahodoy, the then superintendent engineer of irrigation for Uttar Pradesh, obtained the fortune of accepting the shelter of Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Pujopat Maharaj even imparted the message of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga to Rai Bahadur J.N. Rai, the resident district and session judge of Lucknow, who is now deceased, as well as other distinguished figures in Uttar Pradesh. Through these personalities, Sri Giri Maharaj accomplished tremendous service to Srimad. After Paramaradhyatama Srila Prabhupada's disappearance pastime on 1st January 1937, his distinguished disciples gathered in Sri Bagbazar Gauriya Math to form a governing body that would oversee the maintenance of the maths and temples he established. For a period of time thereafter, Shripad Giri Maharaj served as a member of this governing body and rendered much service to Srimad with noble enthusiasm and a strict dedication to the truth. Pujyapat Madhav Maharaj, means Parangurudev, the overseer of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, shared a genuine bond of friendship with Srila Maharaj. Srimad Giri Maharaj was a prominent member of the managerial committee for the Sanskrit school Shripad Madhav Maharaj established at Ishwadhyan, Sridham, Mayapur. Also, on the annual occasion of Sri Gaur Janmotsav, that is Gaur Purnim, Sri Madhava Maharaj would appoint him as chairman of the Sri Chaitanya Vani Pracharini Sabha, hosted by Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math in Sri Dham, Mayapur. And he was also coming every year to that our annual festival in our Calcutta Math to speak Harikatha. Srila Giri Maharaj left this world listening to the recitation of Srimad Bhagavad Gita while the devotees of the Math performed Mahamantra Kirtan. Srila Maharaj was fully conscious and coherent up to the last moment of his manifest presence when he attained the dust of Braja. Earlier during that day, he wept distraughtly as he remembered his Sri Guru Padma and called out with great urgency, "Prabhupada, please protect me. Have mercy on me. Please forgive all my offenses and give me a place at your worshipful lotus feet." When Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj first received word of Srila Maharaj's illness, he issued specific directives by both wire, that is telephone at that time, or maybe telegram, I'm not sure, and letter to the Sevakas of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math in Sri Dham Vrindavan to serve him by all means and to arrange for his treatment. Bhakta Sri Nitai Das remained with Sri Giri Maharaj day and night, and he tirelessly and smilingly engaged in serving him in every way. Being satisfied by Sri Nitai Das's sincere service, Srila Giri Maharaj blessed him profusely. This was in, our one branch also in Kalia Daha Math or Binod Bani Gauriya Math, where Srila Maharaj's Samadhi is also there. This Giri Maharaj got that land and he made one mat there, but just before the disappearance, I think maybe it will come in this article, otherwise I will tell later. So from that mat, you were there, that Binod Bani Gauriya Mat in Vrindavan, from that mat Maharaj disappeared. Here article continues, the absence of a pure Vaishnava such as Maharaj overwhelms everyone's heart with pain. Perhaps, yes, it is here, perhaps it was because he knew by divine ability that he would not remain in this world for long, that he was inspired to offer the responsibility of Sri Binod Bani Gauriamat to Shripad Madhav Maharaj, even though he had sannyasi disciples to whom he could have bestowed this service. One of his sannyasi disciples is Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Gosai Maharaj also. So, but before disappearance, Giri Maharaj called Parangurudev to his bed and said, I want to give you this mat. After my disappearance, you should take care. Then Parangurudev said, already I have one mat there in Mathura Road in Vrindavan. So it is not good that I should have two mats in like one city in Vrindavan. Better you should give to some of your sannyasi disciples. Then Giri Maharaj said, no, I want to give to you. If I give to you, then I will die peacefully. So, and he was crying and requesting again and again. So then Parangurudev, to serve his senior god brother, he accepted that. So that is how we got that mat there in Vrindavan. So two mats in Vrindavan. So here Puri Maharaj is speaking that greatest unhappiness is separation from pure devotee, and that human birth is very rare. But more than that, rare is to get darshan of one who is there to Krishna, means he's pure devotee. The divine message that issued from Sri Giri Maharaj's worshipful lotus mouth liberated hundreds and hundreds of souls from the bondage of material existence and inspired them to take up the path leading to ultimate liberation. His holy life was completely dedicated to pure bhakti, and he possessed a genuine attachment for Krishna and Krishna's associates and devotees. Beholding his sweet, radiant, moon-like form, hearing his harikatha, and remembering him would sanctify one's heart and arouse within it a longing to perform Bhagavat bhajan with one's body, mind and words. His Sri Guru Padma displayed great compassion towards him and granted him the name Bhakti Sarvasva, which means he whose all in all is Bhakti. Until the very last moment of his manifest presence, he lived up to that name by leading a spotless, exemplary life of supreme sanctity with Krishna bhajan as his only aim. Today, the pain of no longer being able to have Krishna Priya Darshan, means one who is there to Krishna, the sacred audience or darshan of he who fulfilled the innermost desire of his Sri Guru Padma, the beloved of Sri Krishna, has truly affected the core of our hearts. Still, even in the midst of this great sorrow, it is a matter of supreme joy and pride that he has attained the eternal shelter of not only Sri Sri Radha Mohan Jiu, the presiding deity of Sambandha Tattva, and the very life of Sri Sanatana Goswami, because this mat is very near to Madan Mohan temple in Vrindavan, but also his Sri Guru Padma, whose eternal identity is conveyed by the name Sri Barsha Banavideita Das. This is Srila Prabhupada's Bhakti Sarvasva Thakur Diksha name, given by Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Sri Barsha Banavideita Das, the servant of the beloved of Sri Radha, the daughter of Sri Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and who is Sri Radha's Nayan Moni, the jewel of her eyes. Such great fortune is never indicative of ordinary spiritual merit. Srila Prabhupada's Manjari name is Nayan Moni Manjari. So he got his service. Srila Maharaj's, yes, if you see pain in Vaishnava, you should understand that he is experiencing internal bliss, only outwardly looks like illness. Srila Maharaja's enactment of illness was a grand example of these words which have been proclaimed by our exalted predecessor. Pujapat Maharaj never employed a single paisa of the donations he received in his own gratification. Rather, he offered everything to the mat and temple for the service of Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, thus living up to the title Bhakti Sarvasva. What stone-like heart would what stone-like heart would not melt upon losing such a soulmate? Param Bhagavad devotee whose life and soul was the service of Krishna and Karshna. Karshna means those who belong to Krishna, those who are attracted to Krishna. Serving the innermost desires of Srila Prabhupada was his very life. Prabhupada, who is supremely compassionate, therefore granted him, his dear associate, the eternal qualification to serve as the servant of the beautiful lotus feet of Sri Parshabhana Videita, Sri Madan Mohan. Parshabhanavi is Radharani, so her dearmost is Sri Madan Mohan. Sri Madan Mohan Ji inspired the hearts of his Goswami servants and the Honorable Mayor of Sri Vrindavan to be favorably inclined toward him. In this way, he gave his dear associate a place close to his lotus feet, thereby granting him the eternal qualification to serve him. Blessed is Bhaktavatsala, Bhagavan's affection for his devotees. Pujapat Giri Maharaj was the embodiment of humility. Memories of his innocent, sweetly smiling face appear in my mind today, casting my heart into a pit of despair. Recollections of his life in the mud, from beginning to end, first melt me with joy and then throw me into an ocean of sorrow. Just a few days before he left this world, he appeared to me in a dream, looking recovered and healthy. This infused my heart with great hope, but alas, all my hopes have been dashed. It is heartbreaking to realize I will never again have his darshan in this life. Srila Guru Padma is our eternal master, birth after birth, and similarly his intimate companions who have offered their lives to him will forever remain our closest friends. We remain eternally rooted in an inseparable relationship with them, life after life. It is only as a result of Guru Avagya, the grave offense of disobeying the spiritual master, that a person's heart becomes hard-hearted, deviates from this knowledge of our eternal relationships, becomes the servant of Maya, and thereby becomes bound by the chains of worldly desires. Pujapat Giri Maharaj has attained the eternal shelter and guidance of his Sri Guru Padma, the crown jewel of the Ashray Vigraha, means the repositories of devotion, who rests now at the feet of Sri Govardhan Giri Raj, the principal Vishaya Vigraha, object of devotion in Sri Brajadham. It is said Vaishnavar Kripa Jahe Sarva Siddhi. All perfections are attained by the mercy of the Vaishnavas. I therefore submit this pitiful prayer at his lotus feet. May he grant us the qualification to tread the same path to Praja. This is Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj's article. Our Gurudev also used to speak about him on this day during Kartik, and he spoke this. And Gurudev said that he traveled with him to many places for preaching, and that Maharaj liked prasad, some sabji made from aloo, that is potato. And you know, our Gurudev, he was very expert in cooking potato. Aloo dom is his famous preparation, aloo dom, Gurudev. No one can make like him. You will get in Bengal, aloo dom. And Gurudev cooked for Giri Maharaj, chapati and these things. But then after he asked him how it is. Then Giri Maharaj said, first class. But after Gurudev tried, he saw that he forgot to put salt inside. So, but Giri Maharaj said it is first class, because Vaishnavas, they are never enjoying. They always have desire to honor prasad. But Gurudev, otherwise this is his famous aloo dom. So there in Binod Bani Gauriya Mat, we visited that place. It is very near to Radha Madan Mohan. And he was also one of the first sannyasi disciples of Prabhupada who got sannyas. He got it together with Srila Bhakti Hridoy Bongosai Maharaj. I think they were the third and fourth sannyasi of Prabhupada. So there in that Binod Bani Gauriya Mat, now his samadhi is there, and his deity also they made. Gurudev inaugurated that deity in 2011. We were there, and everyone is saying that that deity looks exactly like Maharaj. It's very exactly. So I am remembering that Samadhi Mandir and deity of Srila Giri Gosai Maharaj, and bowing down to him and praying for his causeless mercy. Today is also my birthday according to lunar day. Once I told to Gurudev that it is my birthday, I am praying for his blessing. Then Gurudev asked me, according to solar date or according to Tithi? Then I said it is according to Tithi, lunar. Then Guru said, yes, very good. You should observe on that day, and then it will be spiritual. And every year I used to offer some sweets to Bhagavan and to devotees, and I would pray for Gurudev's mercy. And one time I prayed, we were in train, and Gurudev said, you should pray to my Gurudev for mercy. And inside my heart, I had, yes, that is okay. I will pray for the mercy of your Gurudev, that is okay. But I'm also praying for your mercy, because you are my Gurudev. So then Gurudev understood my heart, because he's always in that mood. So he said, okay, then I will pray to my Gurudev to bless you. And on this Vasudev Ghosh Thakur Disappearance Day, he also said perhaps he's also under Rupa Manjari serving there. I still remember how he spoke about Rupa Manjari. I could feel Gurudev is from personal experience he's speaking. I could feel. So how we have to observe our birthday? We have to remember our Gurudev always he spoke that verse that after many births we got this human birth. It's very rare, but very valuable, but also temporary. So we should not waste our time. Immediately we should, knowing that all other things, sense gratification, all this already available in other species, but we did not get human birth for that. We got human birth only to realize Krishna, to accept his service. So here we heard that human birth is very rare, but more rare than that is the association of pure devotee. So that is why I'm not celebrating. I have birthday, so now let me enjoy and provide enjoyment for others. But I'm trying to remember this mercy of Supreme Lord to give me this human birth and also to give me Sat Guru, bona fide Guru, to engage me in the service of my eternal master, that is Krishna. So by serving him, that is proper life. So that fortune I have, but misfortune also I have. I'm not inclined to serve Krishna and his devotees. So I'm going down to Gurudev and praying his causeless mercy to, by his mercy, by his association, to inspire me to be devoted to Krishna and his devotees and to make my life in this human birth successful. Also, I am praying all your mercy, your devotees, serving Gurudev. So you please bless me that I may have that inclination to serve Gurudev and his object of worship, Parang Gurudev and Guru Parampara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna. If any offense I did, you please kindly forgive me. I am conditioned soul with so many mistakes. So please forgive and bless me with this. Also, we are observing Kartik Vrata, so we have to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Yesterday we heard Narad Goswami appeared there, where Nalakuver and Manigiri were enjoying in the water with young ladies. And he immediately, and he saw them there intoxicated, drunk, so he could understand their situation. Guru can see. So, tam drishtva vririta devyo vivastra shapa shankita vasamsi paryadu shigram vivastro neva guhyako. Upon seeing Narada, the naked young girls of the demigods were very much ashamed. Afraid of being cursed, they covered their bodies with their garments. But the two sons of Kuvera did not do so. Instead, not caring about Narad, they remained naked. Tau drishtva madir matau Shri Madandho Suratmajo Tayor anugraharthaya Shapam dasyan idam jago. Seeing the two sons of the demigods naked and intoxicated by opulence and false prestige, Devarshi Narad, in order to show them special mercy, desired to give them a special curse. Thus he spoke as follows. So only I will read the commentary and then. Although in the beginning Narada Muni appeared very angry and cursed them, at the end the two demigods Nala, Kuber and Manigiri were able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna face to face. Thus the curse was ultimately auspicious and brilliant. One has to judge what kind of curse Narad placed upon them. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gives herein a good example. When a father finds his child deeply asleep, but the child has to take some medicine to cure some disease, the father pinches the child so that the child will get up and take the medicine. In a similar way, Narad Muni cursed Nala, Kuber and Manigriv in order to cure their disease of material blindness. So what pure devotee does is always for the betterment of those people, either by affection or by curse, but he always wants to rectify them and engage them in the service of Krishna. So tomorrow is also a special day. Tomorrow 3 Vaishnavas are coming on the same day. Sometimes more titis come, so 2 titis come tomorrow together. So we'll observe the disappearance of Srila Sai Maharaj and also Srila Bhaman Maharaj and Srila Trivikram Maharaj. All are coming tomorrow on the same day, 3. So we'll hear about their glories and also we'll hear further Srimad Bhagavatam.